Hi, good evening everyone. First of all, let me do an audio check. Am I audible? Is my voice clear? Please comment in the comment section so that I know that I am audible. Okay, thank you. Well, good evening everyone. And I think some of you are doctors and maybe most of you are not. No problem. So today's topic is for everybody, may not be just for doctors. Thank you for joining me, and I wish all the doctors who have joined, wish you a very happy Doctor's Day. I hope you had a wonderful day today. And thank you, good evening, Simran. So today's topic is, it's going to be a very short session of 20-25 minutes maximum. I know most of you must be little bored when the week starts, typically Monday. We get into this boredom mode. Again, another week has started. Yeah. The kind of happiness that you have towards the end of the week, we don't usually have that in the beginning of the week. Correct? Well, but what if I tell you, there are some simple tips. If you follow, even your Mondays can be very happy and cheerful. So let me begin getting into the topic, and let's take a Q&A towards the end of the session for the last probably 10 minutes. So 15 minutes we'll be talking and 10 minutes of Q&A. So let me give you a strategy to be happy. First of all, what is happiness? What is happiness? Can anybody comment in the comment section, please? What makes you happy? Or let me put it this way. When was the last time you were completely happy and just in the moment, not worrying about anything? We usually are happy when we achieve something, when someone appreciates us, or maybe when we are with our loved ones, or something huge has happened in our life. All these things make... Okay. So view request. Sorry for the interruption. Alright. Life without worries. Life without worries. Someone is saying that maybe we would be happy when we have no worries at all. We would be happy when we have no worries. Is it really possible? Is it practical? Well, I don't know. Anyone would wish that nobody should worry. But it is impractical to think. But let's wish we really live a life where we need not worry about anything and everything is sorted out. But today I'm going to give you some practical tips. It's not a gyan or some type of saint knowledge and all. It's very simple things. And whatever that I'll be sharing with you is what I am practicing it. It's not that I have studied or read some books and I'm not here to preach anybody. I'm not here to teach anybody. I'm just here to share my experiences. How I was. I was a very cringy kid, if I have to say it. Rather, I would be mostly unhappy. My parents named me Manoharsha, thinking that I should be happy. Mano is heart, Harsha is happiness. But I really wish, do I really deserve these names? I thought so many times that, do I really deserve this name? Because most of the time, not now, earlier, probably like a few years back, my mind was always about complaining about something. I don't have this, I don't have that, or somebody said this to me, maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I don't think I can achieve this. Somebody telling that, no, you are blessed. Still I would doubt. Maybe they're just telling to pacify me. There was always a kind of self-doubt, a negative self-talk, which was always running in my head. And that made me very, very unhappy. Instead of me having so many things, I was always looking and focusing only on the darker aspect of it. Even there are 100 things to be happy about, that one or two things, they keep pinching us. This was what I was a few years back, and I didn't even realize it. I was living my life like that for so many years. But then eventually I realized one beautiful thing about habit. And let me show you. This book is one such a beautiful book that changed my perspective about happiness. Happiness is not a state of mind. What? Happiness is not a state of mind. Happiness is not a feeling. How many of you are surprised to listen to this? How many of you thinking that happiness is a feeling or happiness is a state that you acquire after achieving something? Please comment. Well, what I discovered is happiness is a habit. Yes, you heard me right. Happiness is just a habit. This I didn't understand. What the hell? What is, for me, habit is like waking up in the morning, or probably brushing our teeth, or doing some exercise, or probably reading a book like this, having some tea. I thought these are habits. How come happiness is a habit? Even I didn't understand. But then, when I understood the science behind this, it really just blew my mind. You see, how to overcome the anger when patient argues with half knowledge? We'll come to that dialogue. It's a very interesting question. Even I do face this issue sometimes, but we'll talk about that in some time. So, how do we react to things? How do we, when something happens in life, good or bad, usually what we do is react to something. And often when you see this reaction itself invariably lead to disasters. Most of the times, your reactions are the reason for disasters. Disasters means when we don't think and act, that is called reaction. And often we react to obviously the things that we don't like, the things when happens without our willingness to appreciate that. When something goes in a way that we never expected it to happen, that is where we feel sad, we feel bad, and we react. See, the outcome may be bad. That leads to a state of unhappiness. Agreed. But your reaction or the way you perceive that outcome will make you more unhappy. I know, it must be very confusing. Let me make it more simple. See, I was humiliated when I was in a school. I was humiliated in the sense, one day I was late to the class, and my class teacher made me to kneel down in front of almost 300 students in the assembly. Thank you, happy Doctor's Day. That incident was there in my mind for so long. That made me so unhappy. It made me so uncomfortable. It made me feel so embarrassed about myself. I mean, just imagine. I mean, you see, I was a prefect. Means I was one of the leaders in school where we have these athletes, and we are called as the prefects. And even after being a prefect, I was made to kneel down in front of 300 students in an assembly. Can you imagine the kind of humiliation that I must have felt? That incident happened like so many years back. Incident is humiliation. Outcome is I felt unhappy. That incident is gone. But even if I think about it right now, I instantly feel unhappy. I instantly feel bad. So it's not just about the event that makes you unhappy, but it is my thought process about the incident which has happened is making me more unhappy. Someone has scolded us, or someone has probably, anything, deceived us. As long as that incident is gone and you move forward, you're fine. But every time when you think about that incident, the thought about that, yes, someone has scolded me, someone has humiliated me, immediately what happens, there is a flood of chemicals that gets released in your body, and you just get into that previous state. What I mean to say in a nutshell is, your events in life are not the reason for your unhappiness, but you thinking about them repeatedly in the loop is what is actually making you more unhappy. Basically, it's all the past events that we think about again and again and again and again, again and again. Why did this happen to me? Why did this happen only to me? Why this always happens only to me? This is what we typically think. This is the formula to be unhappy. No matter what happens in your life, no matter, even if you get 1 crore rupees, no matter you become a successful doctor, you can still be unhappy. This is the point I want to make. Then what's the meaning of all the success? What's the meaning of all the hard work that you have put in when you have cultivated a habit of unhappiness? So it is our reactions or responses to the various events that we do repeatedly makes a habit loop in our head. So there are neuronal synapses that keep forming each and every day when you repeat an action again and again. That habit loop is very unconscious and it is subconscious. Sometimes we don't even realize why we are acting like this. Sometimes you want to be happy, but you cannot be happy. You know why? Because the unhappiness habit loop, those neuronal synapses have become so strong that you cannot get rid of it. And if you see, most of us have very traumatic experiences in our childhood. These traumas are so inherent in our DNA, in our subconscious, that if you are acting in a certain way today, it is because of your past traumas. And unless and until you heal these traumas, it's very hard to change that habit from unhappiness state of mind to happiness state of mind. So here are 5 simple techniques that I will share with you today that is helping me. It's not that I don't feel unhappy. It's not that I'm a Baba or I'm saying I'm always happy. No, it's not. But if I retrospect my state of well-being or my mental state, majority of the times I'm quite happy, especially after starting this Mission Happy Doctor. Yeah, I feel many of the times I just feel happy for no reason. And I just get doubt of myself, is this really me? How this shift has happened in me? It's just because I'm following the 5 things which I learned from my mentor, my guru, or from books, everything combined. So that mnemonic is HAPPY. Happy. H is for health. Your physical health. Forget about your mental health. There is so much of hustle bustle happening today in the social media about mental health, about mental health issues. I ask this question: are you physically healthy? Physically you don't have any problems. Are you so physically healthy that you're worrying about your mental health? Address the basics first. When someone asks me, are you healthy? They say, yeah, I'm healthy, but my mental health is not up to the mark. Otherwise, I'm healthy. I find it very funny. It's like, if someone has asked whether did you pass in your 10th board exams. Yes, I passed, but I just failed in maths. That's not how it works, right? Even if you fail in one subject, it means you have failed. It means you have to write that. Only then you can get your 10th grade certificate. In the same analogy, if I put it, health is a state of, we all know this, especially doctors, according to WHO, is a physical, mental, emotional and social well-being. Even if one aspect is not fulfilled, then you're not healthy, my dear. And most of the doctors are not healthy. That is why they're unhappy. Most of the doctors have physical health issues. They have migraines, they have backaches, they have GERD. I had suffered with GERD for a very long time. If you don't have physical health, it's impossible to be happy. That is exactly what we see day in and day out when patients come to us with their physical health ailments. No patient walks to us with a smiling face. They come with us with pain, with some sort of physical pain. And they become happy once that physical ailment is gone. How many of doctors are healthy? How many of you are taking care of your physical health? Forget about your mental health. First focus on your physical health. The answer is no for most of us. I was like that. When I was advising, dietary advisors, see, till now I don't know which diet actually works. Most of the doctors, when you ask something about diet, they don't answer because they don't know. Even till today, I just Google and somebody asked some questions. We have no proper knowledge about our nutrition. All that we know is just about cutting patients apart or doing some mechanical clinical work, writing some investigations, giving battery of tests to our patients or asking them to take this, pop this pill up. But we don't know anything about nutrition. There is a quote that I read somewhere, and that quote, I'll tell you, that quote is from a famous person. He said that if we don't eat food like medicine, then we will end up eating medicine like food for the rest of our life. And which is so true. The reason why most of the doctors are on pills, they are on antipsychotic drugs, they are on PPI drugs. Reason being, we neglect our physical health and we talk too much about mental health. So I always say, fix the roots first. Fix your physiology of the body. Then it will automatically help you to have a proper state of mind. We'll come to that later. But I urge doctors to take care of your physical health first. And it's funny, when the patients come to you seeking your help, the first thing they see is your physical appearance. And a doctor who himself or herself is obese, and most of the doctors have a big pot belly. They themselves have so many bad habits, like smoking cigarettes and all. Now just imagine the patient is walking to your OPD and you advise that patient, ये सब छोड़ दो, you shouldn't smoke, you should eat healthy, you should eat a high fiber diet, and you advise them all these things, but you go back home and eat all the junk. You yourself have a pot belly. Do you think your patient will listen to you? He'll just laugh at you, man. So most of the doctors, we are following hypocrisy. We don't follow anything that we advise to our patients. I was like that. And it just hit me so hard one day. What am I doing? Then I started focusing on my physical health first. If you're physically healthy, that is the first step that you can be happy. How many of you agree with this? Obviously, physical appearance is important. It's not about looking good. It's not about, being attractive or, it's not about just that. It's about your physical health is important, and it just shows up in the way you look. But it doesn't mean that everyone who looks so beautiful or so handsome is physically healthy. Mind you, he or she might be having so many ailments. That is not again physical health. It's not an appearance thing. It's not just external thing I'm talking about. I hope you got that. And yes, So it includes everything. It's about your external and internal thing, physicality. So this is the first thing, H for health, physical health. How do you fix your physical health? There are 3 tips. Everybody knows this. It's not that you don't know, but it's that we don't practice it. It's that we don't follow it. And again, see, knowing and not doing, it is equal to not knowing. Just having knowledge doesn't make any difference. Even this book has a lot of knowledge, but do you call this book as Gyani? No, it's just a book. It's the same thing. We know things, but we don't do it. There's no use. So, 3 things how you can increase your physical health is sleep. Doctors don't sleep enough. Doctors have sleep debt for so many years. Now you can ask me, so how it is possible? I'm a PG, I'm an MBBS student, I'm preparing for NEET PG, I have to study a lot, I have to study 18 hours a day, only then I'll get rank, I'll have to study 20 hours. What for? Okay, you got rank, you studied for 20 hours, you got rank. You know how many people are dying of heart attacks from the premier institutes? And the reason being is lack of sleep. It's not because of cholesterol, it's not because of smoking, it's not because of other habits, just because of lack of sleep. There is high cortisol that is damaging your heart, and people are dropping dead while they are treating patients. Is this why you have studied so hard for? Sacrificing your health? Stop fooling yourself around. Nothing is more important than you being happy. Take care of your physical health first. We doctors are conditioned to put our health at stake and treat patients. This is the biggest wrong conditioning that we are trained with all these years. It's time to change this. Your physical health is the priority. But in emergency, yes. In emergency, patient comes first. But do you think 24 hours you're on emergency? No. But your mind is 24 hours on emergency alert because you're trained to think, act like that. This is something I want to change in the doctor's mind. Physical health begins with adequate rest. If you're not having 6 to 7 hours of rest, then you have an alternative, that is something called as non-sleep deep rest. It's a neuroscientific progressive muscle relaxation technique which is shown in studies that 15 minutes of NSDR is equal to 2 hours of your normal sleep. I understand sometimes you have a very hectic schedule, you have exams, you have to work 24 hours, whatever it may be. Can't you just find 15 minutes? 15 minutes. Just go to your corner, find a small room, find a small bed, lie down, put your earphones on and practice this technique. This is what I do when I have hectic schedules. Even I do long hours of shifts. Even I don't get sleep sometimes. But then I use this to compensate, and it really, really helps, I'm telling you. It really helps. It's my personal experience. So sleep, adequate rest, 6 to 7 hours, or NSDR technique. I'm not going to get into detail of that. We don't have much time. You can Google. We Google all the stupid stuff in the Instagram, in the YouTube. Start learning. Start implementing by following certain things. There's immense training sessions in YouTube if you want to grow. Please follow that. Yes, nothing is more important than physical health, absolutely. So this should be our first priority. Sleep doesn't mean that you have to go and sleep in the sleeping hours. Please don't do that. Don't misuse the knowledge or try to misinterpret what I wanted to tell you. Adequate rest is important. Then your nutrition. I found very, very interesting topic. Nutrition. Most of the doctors, forget about doctors, most of us are not nutritionally fit. Most of us are not having a proper nutritious food. Meaning, the kind of the work life that we have, the kind of stress that we go through, or the kind of odd hours of eating that we all usually are, habituated with, it is destroying our gut bacteria. This gut bacteria is linked with mental health. Just go to the Google and type gut bacteria and mental health. You'll get so many articles, and it is so astounding to see how come the gut is related to your mental wellness. As a doctor, I understand there is something called as a gut-brain axis, the vagus nerve, all that I know, but this gut bacteria actually made me very interesting. Then I went into the articles, I found that there are certain bacteria, 3-4 bacteria. These bacteria produce nano compounds that will help in the synthesis of serotonin and dopamine. These are the hormones that are responsible for one's mental well-being. And when the gut bacteria is destroyed because of all the sodas that we take, because of the junk food that we eat, because of the odd hours of eating, there is constant destruction of this gut bacteria. And they say that those who do not have a proper good bacteria, they suffer with depression and anxiety. So many doctors are anxious. So many doctors are depressive these days. That is just because of so many other reasons, but one major reason being, again, the basic, their gut is not good. Many doctors have IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. So these things are very fascinating to know, and the solutions are very simple, very, very simple. Having a proper gut can improve the state of your mind. It's simple. You cannot directly influence this, but you can definitely influence this, and that will take care of it. So try to get probiotic rich food like kefir, kombucha, as simple as a curd, and there are certain seeds that will help you, which I follow, and I'm just sharing what I follow. These help your gut bacteria, improve your gut bacteria, and that will take care of your state of well-being. If you still say that no, I cannot eat all this, then simply whatever prescription that you're giving to your patients, you take that. We prescribe left and right probiotics to our patients. Take that. That's a simple thing that I can advise you. So probiotic is very, very important for a good gut bacteria. That's the first thing. And also those who have a vitamin D deficiency, vitamin B12 deficiency, are found to feel more anxious because their cortisol is not under control. And vitamin D is very much essential to counteract the influences of the cortisol. We don't go out. We have become concrete animals. We don't face the sunlight. As simple as going and taking a morning walk. No, yeah, I understand. You don't have time. Whom are you fooling? It's your health. If you have 101 reasons to tell that no, I can't take care of my health, then please, this session is not for you. You have other things to watch in the Instagram, please go and watch that. So if you're someone who is really serious to take care, if you wanted to progress in life, if you want to become successful, take care of your health. Without health, what you can achieve, and anything that you can achieve without health is of no use. So please take care of your gut, take care of your vitamin D, vitamin B12. If you don't have, take the supplements. Take care of your sleep. The third thing is aerobic activity. I'm not asking you to go to gym and lift heavy weights. You can just start with simple exercises like push-ups. Simple things like squats, or avoid a lift. use staircase. There are so many simple things that you can increase to improve your aerobic activity, which improves your endorphin levels and again decreases your cortisol. 3 things for your physical health. H for health. I hope you understand the importance of your physical health in counteracting your stress and becoming a happy doctor. The second thing is A. A for appreciate the little things in life. Your attitude towards life is responsible for 80% of your happiness. When we are always busy in complaining and seeing only the negative things that happen in our life, nobody on earth or even God can make you happy. Even if someday somebody presents you with something which you have been waiting for so long, probably you wanted, let's say something, probably someone has gifted you a supercar, maybe a Lamborghini, maybe a Porsche. And if you are habituated to be unhappy, you would think, Lambo is good, but it is in red. I would be more happy if I would have got the black color. You see, there is something to complain about every time. That is the habit loop that you have formed, an unhappiness habit that you have cultivated so hard for so many years. And you will always remain unhappy in spite of whatever you achieve in life. Because the thing is, you're never grateful about anything that you have in life. Always complaining. You can never be happy. Impossible. Which is the most important thing is appreciate the little things. Appreciate what you have been blessed with. All of you have a wonderful family. At least I assume most of you have a wonderful family or friends or life. You're eating 3 times a day or 4 times a day. You can order biryani whenever you want. You can go out with your friends whenever you want. Do you know millions of people don't have this liberty on this planet? Just the fact that you're breathing alive today, all of you having smartphones, just can be the reason for you to be happy. You have access to do anything that you want. Isn't this enough for you to be happy? I'm not asking you to settle for less. But if you can't appreciate what you already have, whatever you achieve, you will always fall short of something. So second thing is appreciating the little things. The attitude of gratitude is what makes someone happy. When I shifted my focus on being grateful, I really feel very good on most of the days. Even if I feel low, I think at least I have this. Thank God, I have this at least. And I instantly feel good. I instantly feel okay. Maybe I can handle this. It's not that bad maybe. It's the attitude that decides your life. Your perception is your reality. Yes, we are living absolutely. We are literally living a dream life of so many millions. Put your hand on your heart and say, is this wrong? Aren't you living the dream life? Somebody else somewhere is praying to just wear the kind of clothes that you're wearing. Maybe they drive the car that you're driving. Someone is dreaming for that. Someone is working day and night for that. Somebody somewhere is dying of hunger to just get one meal a day. And here you are, probably munching something and watching the life here. You see the kind of liberty that we have? The kind of blessings that we are blessed with? This is enough for you to feel grateful. And those who are grateful develop this new habit of happiness. New synapses keep forming. And you feel grateful each and every day. Every day I get up The first thing that I do after waking up, opening my eyes, is feel grateful. Thank you, God. I'm still alive. I'm still alive to do something good, professionally or personally. And that is how I start my day. And that this simple habit has an immense impact in the way my day goes. Practice gratitude. Second thing, A. P. H-A-P. P for finding your purpose and passion. When I started this mission, Happy Doctor, I found my calling, I found my purpose. What I learned, what I missed, the kind of ignorance that I had, excuse me, made me suffer so much in life. When I realized what I missed and the changes that I made, the transformation that I have got, I thought this is what I have to spread to the other doctors as well. And from the day I started doing this, mostly many things started to turn out good in my favor. I don't know how is that working, and it really makes me feel happy. So when we find our true purpose, when we are doing something out of passion, you see those people who work day and night, most of you doctors, I'm sure that most of you really wanted to become a doctor. That's the reason why you have chose to be in this profession, or whichever profession you're in. Maybe you're an engineer, IT employee, a student preparing for some competitive exams tomorrow. If you're really doing it with your passion, chances are that you will be more happy, rather than somebody somewhere is doing something what they don't like just for money, just for getting on with the life. They will always be unhappy because that's not coming from their heart. And anything which you do with your heart will definitely make you happy. So find your passion and purpose. It will take time. It's not that one day suddenly something will happen and you'll find. It doesn't happen like that. May or may not. But I tell you, the day you really find your passion and the purpose, it will take you to places that you cannot imagine. And the kind of happiness that you receive by giving and sharing, you won't get by taking. All our life, we are taught to take, grab things, achieve things, compete with others. But we have never talked about compassion. We were never taught about contribution. We were never taught about serving. Real happiness is in giving, not taking. What is that you can give to people? It can be as simple as your time. When a friend or a family member or anybody who needs your help, who needs to talk to you, when they are not happy, probably they are going through some tough time, give your time to them. Say something good. Just listen to them. Don't keep saying that, this is nothing, even I went through this. Don't start your Mahabharata. Just shut your mouth and listen. Give your time to them. Give your ear to them. Just listen. If you can uplift their state of mind, uplifting one's state of mind is the greatest service that you can do. I am not asking you to do charity. You need not spend money. You need not do big things. As simple as uplifting someone's state of mind. When someone comes to you with a problem, tell them, how can I help? This is okay. But I've got you. You've got me. You can do this. How can I help? Is there anything I can do? These few words probably can save a life. And most of the doctors don't have time. That is why many doctors are committing suicides, because they feel that there is nobody to understand and listen to them. This is so pitiful. So I urge every one of you to be able to be in a state where you can give something back to the society, to the world. Stop chasing things. Stop taking things. Stop begging for love. Stop begging for appreciation. Live like a king. Live like a queen. And you're here to give. When you understand this, a kind of energy uplifts your whole state of being and you feel happy. And I'm telling you because I'm experiencing this. And it is powerful. Right? Fourth P is people. Positive people in your life. Go back after this session and write down 5 names who are close to you, your inner circle. And what is the state of mind of the 5 people that you are surrounded with day in and day out? If these 5 people are who are always complaining, who themselves are very stressed out, who are mostly unhappy, who only talk about negative things, who do chatter, or who do gossips about others. If you are hanging around with these 5 people, you are bound to be unhappy, you are bound to be unsuccessful in life. Period. No matter what you do, people around you have a major impact on your mental state and mental well-being or physical, whatever it is. Your state of being, your degree of happiness will definitely depend upon the people you surround yourself with. If you think unconsciously or subconsciously you have bad friendships, see, if you go to somebody and when you go with a problem, after ending the conversation with that person, with a friend or whoever, you should come out thinking, oh, I think probably this is not a very big thing. Probably this is not a very big problem. I think I can deal with this. If you come out with a state of hope, if you come out with a state of lightness, that means you are in a good relationship, or that means you have a good friendships. You have a good people around you. But if you come out after the conversation with a bigger problem, I thought my problem is only this much, but after talking to somebody and I came to know, my problem is so big. Or if you still come out with a drained out because that fellow started talking about his or their problem without listening to you, then probably you're really not serious. Probably you're not with the right people around you. You need to probably recheck the kind of people you're hanging around with. I'm not telling you to cut them off. Actually, I'm telling you, yes, cut them off. Nothing is more important than your state of health. If you're not in a position to take care of your health, your mental state, and are constantly being influenced with the negative people, then you should cut them off. You are not a sannyasi, you are not a jnani, you are not a baba yet. That no matter whatever, however people around you are, doesn't disturb you. You haven't reached that state of mind yet. Till then, you should take care of your mind at all cost. Start hanging around with happy people. This is the simplest thing I can tell you. If you want to be happy, hang out with happy people. Include more happy people in your life. People who are joyful, who have good sense of humor, who are growth oriented, who talk about solutions to problems, who make things lighter, who uplifts your state of mind, who listens to you. These are the people you want in your life. It can be your personal relationships, it can be your friendships, it can be your colleagues, it can be your seniors, juniors, whoever it is. Go back and sit down and write who are those 5 people. These are the people that you want to be like, or these are the people that you don't want to be like. That gives the answer to you. That is why you are feeling happy or unhappy. People matter. Your environment matters a lot. Today, doctors are feeling so stressed out. Doctors are feeling this toxic. How this toxicity has come in the healthcare. Toxicity is nothing but negative state of mind, negative state of people. Why they are negative? Because that is how they are conditioned to be like from their seniors. That is what they have experienced. They are making their juniors experience the same thing. Someone has scolded us. Someone probably has humiliated them. Someone has been very toxic to them. That is what they understood. That is what they are giving to their juniors. And this becomes a cycle. Now who has to break this cycle? You. You have to break this cycle. Start to be the anti-toxin to the healthcare. We have spoken enough about toxicity in the workplace, toxic seniors. You can give that anti-toxin to your next generation. Take the responsibility. How do you do that? First, take care of your mental state. Take care of your physical state. Take care of your happiness. If you change, you can be the beacon of hope to your juniors. People want to be like you. People want to help. This is something I urge every younger generation doctor. You are the future system, man. Stop complaining. It's okay. Whatever has happened has happened. The healthcare system is so toxic, blah, blah, blah. It's okay. We have so many activists today in social media, Twitter. Any bad news, they have it on their Twitter. They are called as healthcare activists. Okay, fine, they're bringing up things to limelight. I appreciate them. But what's the solution? Putting up statuses is not the solution. What's the solution? Transformation. Your own transformation will become the solution to people around you. That is what I am trying to do. So I urge you, focus on having the right people on your board. If you want to go farther, if you want to be successful, if you want to be happy, have positive people around you, not negative people. Sometimes you can say, sir, my workplace, I have to deal with seniors. I cannot, how can I, neglect them? Day and night I work with them. I cannot change them. Yes, of course. Then what do? Don't get into the discussions of criticism. Don't get into the discussions trying to blend in. At least remain silent. Divert yourself. This is what I do. So today some of the people who are there around me, some of them are toxic. Some of them speak nonsense. Some of them just, crack all stupid jokes, which I don't like. I feel very toxic. I feel negative. I get those negative vibes. But I have to be in the group. Sometimes when I go out or something like that, what do? I just put my earphones. I read some article. Or I listen to music. Or I just talk to only one person or two person who are at least neutral. I don't get into the conversation. I save my mind. Because if I get into this conversation just because I have to blend in, it's not going to work. It's going to do more harm. So be very careful about the people that you hang around with. This is very, very, very important. Your mental state, your physical, whatever, your mental state of well-being depends upon people you have in your life. More the happy people you hang around with, more happier you'll be. It's as simple as that. Or even if you're unhappy, you can sail through those unhappy situations when you have positive people or happy people around you. The last why is your time. This is the most important thing. Your time. What is your time? Do you even have a your time? Me time. just studying, or working. I have to get that seat, I have to get this, I have to join there, I have to do next so and so degree. Life is all about run one thing after the other. And we doctors have become like machines. So mechanical, so robotic. Day and night, we are just living in a box-to-box life. Going in a car box, taking the lift box, sitting in a small box, operating in a OT box, watching TV in a box, talking to people in a box, just box to box. Eventually one day they'll put us in a box and we are gone. And this is not how you're supposed to live your life. Go on vacations. Plan the vacations with your friends. Go alone. Even if you don't have vacation time, go for a day outing. Go for a walk in the sun. Go out and eat alone. It's not that it's self-time is important. Whether you're in a relationship, whether you're not in a relationship, doesn't matter. Self-time is important. Because you are the person that you're going to hang around with the most. If you don't like your own company, why would somebody else will? Even if they like, how long? If your happiness is only based upon somebody else, all the time, I'm telling all the time, then you can never be happy. Because nothing is guaranteed. Do you think I don't make mistakes? Do you think I am perfect completely? I am not. I have quite a few flaws. I'm working on them. Sometimes I fail, but I'll rework. But it is important. It's not that other people are not important in life. But if I start hating myself, if I don't like my own self, in spite of the flaws that I have, it is impossible I can be happy. It is impossible I can make somebody happy who is in my life. It can be friends, it can be parents, it can be partner, it can be anybody. So embrace your own self. Embrace all the mistakes that you have done. Embrace all your failures. Embrace all your flaws. Spend time with yourself. Pick a hobby. Some hobby that you must be good at, probably in your school time, and you forgot once you become a doctor. You forgot once you become an engineer. You forgot now that you are so busy and living a mechanical life. Hobbies really help in getting back to our state of being. You just get into a flow state. When you're writing a poem, or when you're singing, or when you're dancing, or probably when you're doing some artwork, you just get into a state of flow. When you're in a state of flow, you feel happy. You may be a busy doctor, or you might be working towards becoming a busy doctor and successful doctor. But yes, Neha, you used to paint and sketch. Wonderful. We all have to have some sort of hobby. A hobby that you have forgotten for so many years. Pick up that pen back again. Start writing poems. Or pick back your instrument. Start playing the music again. Or get your Canva board again. Start sketching out. Whatever are you good at. Don't tell me that I don't have any hobbies. That's stupid. If you don't have, cultivate one. Habit, not doing Instagram, not chatting with people. These are not habits. I'm talking about a good hobby. Habits are different, hobbies are different. Or reading a book. I never ever read any book in my life except my medical textbooks. But today, I have loaded with so many books that I am yet to read. So many books I read today. I'm not showing you to boast myself. I'm just telling you, this is a wonderful hobby that I have cultivated. And it helps me stay happy. Because I learned so many things beyond my medical textbooks, which I was so damn ignorant about for so many years. All of you should have your time. Be selfish sometimes. You have to be selfish. Selfish to improve yourself, not for something else. So I hope this helps. HAPPY. H for health, your physical health I'm talking about. A, appreciate the little things, be grateful. P, find your purpose, find your passion. P again for positive connections, positive people around. Y for your time, me time, good hobbies. These 5 things can definitely help you to sail through any situation, any unhappy situation, any stressful situation. It can give you the power to live beautiful and a happy life. I hope this helps. And too much gyan ho gaya kya? Aren't these simple things which I just shared with you? Is this rocket science? So happiness is a habit. Once you learn this habit, nothing, I tell you, no matter what, whatever happens in your life can shake you. You'll become so indestructible. Because all that in your life you're doing to be happy, is it not? You're working so hard day and night so that probably you want to get a good job tomorrow, so that you have good money, you have a good family time, so that you can go on vacations. Why all this? All this is directing towards happiness, isn't it? But it's like, we're working towards happiness, but we're forgetting to be happy. Now, it's like making bed all night, but no time to sleep. That's very funny. Please don't do that, because life is really, really short. I came to know that because of COVID, when I lost dear people in my life. Life is so short, man. There's no point in running in a rat race like this. It's good to be ambitious. We have to be ambitious. We have to have goals in life. We have to try to achieve them. But this process, we need to enjoy. We are taught, we have to work so hard. We have to work hard so that tomorrow you'll be happy. That is bullshit. Why should we work so hard? Why can't we work hard? Why can't we work smart? Happily. So I say work smart and be happy now. So tomorrow whether the result goes in your favor, doesn't go in your favor, doesn't matter. Try again. This is called as a growth mindset. And growth mindset people are happy. Right? So that's all for today. Thank you for participating. And one or two of you have stayed towards the end of the session. That shows your commitment. That shows how committed you are to your happiness. And thank you so much for giving this opportunity on this beautiful Doctor's Day. And yes, we are open for Q&A. You can shoot your questions and I'll try to answer them if you have any. Probably we have taken more than the time that was planned for. So the Q&A is going to be there for 5 to 10 minutes, then you can sign off. Thank you Simran. Yeah. Hi Dr. Hashmi, is currently doing MD anesthesia. Always motivated with you, sir. Thank you so much, Hashmi. Happy Doctor's Day, by the way. Yeah. Always stay healthy, keep smiling, and let your smile change the world, but not the other way around. Good night, take care, bye-bye.